pressure. Oh, now COVID-19, the situation is so bad. I really need the job. I really want the job. If I don't have the job, I will die. I need the job to survive. Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly the definition of that, nah?
Yeah.
So if maybe you can go for an example, right? If you go to Japan,
Yeah.
you go to Japan, and I'm sure a lot of us have not been there for a long time because of COVID-19. It's one of my favorite places to practice negotiation.
Understand yourself first is great, but in order to get the better negotiation, you should know that what kind of value that you bring on the table.
Okay, and for this client, right? She has a problem with her husband. Sounds familiar? Right, and the problem is because the husband is in the IT line, tech line. So the husband is very process-driven, step by step, step by step, step by step, right? And he's very routine guy, go for the routine. Weekday do this, weekend bake way, go back to the hometown kind of thing. And every day, every week, every month do the same thing. So the wife is really getting a little bit frustrated about the situation. And every time when she tried to push her husband to do new things, the husband is always very resistant. So finally, the wife is saying that, okay, no point communicating anymore, no point talking anymore. Maybe it's time to get a divorce, to start a new chapter in her life, right? So in the negotiation, in the coaching conversation, right, as I was coaching the client, out of curiosity, I was checking with her. So you know what? 15 years ago, when you first met your husband, what is it about your husband that attracted you to your husband? So she thought about it for a while, and she said, 15 years ago when I first met my husband, he gave me a sense of security, a sense of certainty, because everything he likes to do step by step. So he made me feel very safe. He makes me feel that he can be a good husband. He made me feel that he can be a good father. And as she talks more and more about that, she gets more and more excited. And then finally she realized, hey, actually for the past 15 years, the husband did not change, but she has changed, right? Her expectations have changed. But because she failed, she did not communicate with her husband on her expectations. So the expectations, and when we negotiate with two person, when the expectation of each other is not clarified, is not aligned, there's a misalignment of expectations. And once that is done, there is a gap. That's where frustration comes in. That's where people give up and they walk away from the negotiation. No deal. Sometimes it's not a win, it's not a lose, it's a no deal. Forget it. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. Yeah. So finally, they sat down together, my client and her husband, and they talk about expectations, what they expect from each other. Right? The husband expected everything is the same, certainty. The wife expected, stable. The wife expected everything to be exciting, doing different things.
Adventurous.
Adventurous, yeah. So in the end, they come up with an integrative solution. And the integrative solution is every 2 months, the husband and the wife agree, every 2 months, they will try something new. So maybe for the first 2 months, they learn how to cook a new dish together. Then for the next 2 months, they go to a new resort in Dalat. Then for the next 2 months, they learn how to dance salsa. Right? So to the wife is very happy. Every 2 months, they try something new. And to the husband is also very, very happy. Because to the husband, this is a new process. He knows that every 2 months, the wife will give him something new. The next 2 months, the wife will give him something new. So to the husband, it's very stable.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that integrative negotiation, the wife get what the wife needs, and the husband get what the husband needs. Yeah. So if you represent that in a graph, what happens is that when people think not just about what I want, not just keeping my position, but I also want to know what you want. I also want to understand, what is your trigger, not just my trigger, right? Being empathetic, being appreciative of, this is going to be a long-term relationship. If I just get what I want and you don't get what you want, you will say goodbye to me the next time. You'll run away. But if I understand what you want, right, and I try to give you what you want, wow, I get what I want. Now it becomes integrative. So in an integrative situation, right, what happens is that we created an extra curve here, right? And this extra curve here is the integrative process, or what I call the creative process, whereby more possibilities can happen, right? It's not a win or lose situation. And when you have that situation, what happens is that when you increase your benefits in person A, you also increase the benefit for person B.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is actually a graphical representation of win-win compared to win-lose. And that red color part is the integrative part, is the creative part, whereby we sit down together and we understand, and we try to be open, we try to be flexible, we try to be creative to get that extra space, for us to create a win-win situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is great. So for the this is does it call as a Bednar or not?
Okay. Bednar is hang on. Nyung says, so I can't hear anything although I allow audio connection. Nyung, maybe you can refresh. You can try to refresh and start. So Bednar is actually something, it's more of a concept.
Yeah.
So this is more on a win-win situation. Bednar is a concept and a strategy. Let me see. Who can help support Nyung? Okay, I'll leave it to you guys to support, yeah? I will move on with Bednar.
Okay.
Wow, Tang, you sound like an expert. Maybe Tang, you can share with us what does Bednar mean?
So for me, Bednar mean the best alternative to a negotiated agreement.
Yeah, that's right.
So in negotiation theory, the best alternative to a negotiated agreement or Bednar refer to the most advantageous alternative course of action a party can take if negotiation fail and agreement cannot be reached. So this is what I learned from. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly the definition of Bednar.
Yeah.
So if maybe you can go for an example, right? If you go to Japan, you go to Japan, and I'm sure a lot of us have not been there for a long time because of COVID-19. It's one of my favorite places to practice negotiation. So for all of you here, in today's workshop, if you want to practice negotiation, go to Japan, all right? The best place to practice. So what do you do? What do you do, yeah? When you go to Japan, you pretend to buy something. You want to buy something and you start the negotiation process, right? So what is Batna? Batna is that if I don't get this thing that I want, what is the best alternative that I have
Yeah.
if I don't have this thing? And in Japan, if I don't get this t-shirt from this store, hey, there's 100 other stores selling the same t-shirt. Right? So
Yeah.
that is why in Japan, when you have so much confidence, you have so much self-confidence that, you know, if I don't get this deal, it's okay. I have other deal. That means the courage. That means what? You have the courage to walk away from the deal. Because you know that if I don't get this deal, I will not die.
Correct.
Courage to walk away. Because you have alternatives. Right? So
Yeah.
I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 times in Japan, when you say trời ơi mắc quá, too expensive, and you pretend to walk away. You pretend to walk away. 9 out of 10 times they will say, Ane, come back. Okay. Right? Because they know that you have a very strong bedna. You have a very strong alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is bedna. So, you know, when for example, when you negotiate, when you go for a job interview, you negotiate for a salary or you negotiate for a job, right? And if inside your heart you tell yourself, trời ơi, now COVID-19, the situation is so bad, I really need the job. I really want the job. If I don't have a job, I will die. I need the job to survive.
Okay.
Right? If you work with this mindset to the interview, you don't have to pretend. They can smell you. Right, Dorian? They can smell you. They can smell that you are desperate. You have no bedna, and they will squeeze you and they will push you down.
Yeah.
Right? But even though you have no alternative and you walk into the job interview, you create your own alternative in your mind.
Yes.
You tell yourself, okay, Warren, relax, chill. If I don't get this job, it's okay. I can still go back home, take a nap and watch Netflix. right? I can send out another 10 CVs to 10 other companies and wait for a better opportunity. Right? I can go to take a short trip to Vũng Tàu to look at the beach, to take a swim, refresh myself, and come back again. So once in your mind, even if there's no bedna, you create your own psychological bedna in your head.
Yeah.
And the moment you walk into the negotiation, you walk into the deal, you will feel so much more relaxed because you know that it's not a do or die. Right? It's like, well, I'm here with confidence to show my value, how I can add value to your company. But if you don't hire me, guess what? It's your loss, not mine. And I walk away with confidence. You know, I go back to watch Netflix. I go Vũng Tàu for a short trip. You know, I go for a run. That's my alternative. And so Bedna is two ways. You can have a physical alternative. Try to create as many Bedna as possible. So in fact, when people offer you the deal, hey Warren, I really like you. We like to give you an offer. We like to give you an offer. When people give you an offer, my personal experience and advice is don't take it straight away. Ask for permission. Dear Mr. Thắng, thank you for the offer. Do you mind if I come back to you in 2 days' time? ask for permission first, yeah? Ask for permission first. Why? First of all, it's good for Thắng. Because if Thắng give me an offer and I take it immediately, Thắng will start to feel regretful. Trời ơi, I offer too high. How come the deal is so good that he take it immediately? Right? So I say, when I ask for permission, hey Thắng, can you give me 2 days to consider? Right? Thắng feels better. Thắng says that, wow, my deal is so good. Now he has to consider really hard. That means I offer at the right price, not too high. Yeah. So you make the other party feel good. It's called the feel good factor. And number 2, for yourself, what do? You got 2 more days. You go back. You create more BATNA for yourself. But with this in your pocket, with this deal in your pocket, you have 2 days to create more alternatives to see if there's any better offers, so that you can choose. Right? So that you can choose. That is the leveraging of BATNA.
But creating a lot of BATNAs like that, is it reliable and trustworthy or not?
It depends on the situation. Yeah. So for example, going back to the job interview situation, I think a lot of us have a lot of experience at job interview.
Yes.
So because when you send out your CV, you send out to 10 different companies, right? So what happened is that, when one company confirm, right? Usually other companies are also considering. Right? And as a job seeker, you want to choose the best opportunity, the best option, the best choice for yourself in the big negotiation table. So what I will do is, if I got one thing in my pocket, I can call company ABC and say that, hey, I sent you the CV like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just wondering, how is the selection process going on? Because you know what, I've got an offer, but I'm also really interested to explore with your company, because I see a lot of potential and I can add value to your company. Yeah.
Wow.
Because now you have nothing to lose. You already got one in your pocket, right? And you develop other BATNAs so that you can have the best choice possible.
So what you are saying is that if the one candidate has the job offer, he or she can leverage that job offer to get the one that they really wanted.
I mean, that is eventually still a personal decision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, that's what I will do. For others, maybe that is already their dream job. That's their target. And they can secure that immediately and say, thank you so much. I would like to take up this offer. Shake hand, deal done. Right? So that is why in the beginning I said, at the end of the day, negotiation is a personal negotiation. How you negotiate yourself and have, besides the BATNA, right, is about target.
Yeah.
It's about your target. What do you call that? Let's call it the target point.
Yeah.
Right. Target point is the point whereby you have your best possible outcome. This is the point whereby you get it. If your target point is getting that job from XYZ, and you get the job from XYZ, shake the hand, don't have to consider anymore. Shake the hand, say thank you, and say I'll see you tomorrow. Because if this is your best possible outcome, right? You have to be able to take it, clinch it, and walk away with the deal in your pocket. Right?
Okay.
But if your target is that I got XYZ, but I'm still waiting for ABC. XYZ is not too bad. I think I can accept that. Salary is quite okay, but really in my heart, I'm looking for ABC. So keep XYZ in your pocket and develop ABC.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's still a very personal choice, and that is the beauty of negotiation, because there's no right and no wrong. what is right and what is wrong is really inside the negotiator, inside your heart. Because you are the only person that can determine whether you can be happy, or you can be sad, or you can be angry, or you can be filled with hatred or frustration in your heart. So at the end of the day, it's important to take care of your own well-being, to make sure that you can work away a happy negotiator. Yeah.
So that's for the bad now. So how about the what now?
Trời, what is the what now? Tang, you're too amazing. I never heard about what now.
It's the worst alternative to a negotiated agreement.
This is something that I learned today.
Okay. Great.
Cool. Let's discuss that together.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah. Worst alternative to a negotiated agreement. You already have your best case, and your advice is that
right.
we should put as many as bad in our pocket.
Sure.
But what happens if we don't have that case? So what is the worst alternative negotiator should take it? Because in real life, it's not every time that we feel that we are in the winning position. Sometimes we lose.
Right.
But what is the worst scenario that we can accept?
Yeah. Sure. It's interesting because when I hear about this term what na, and I apply back to the job interview situation, it's really similar to bad na. Because in a job interview situation, right, if I don't get the job, what is my what na? I go back home and eat grass. Yeah, that to me is what now, right? Because so it's the worst case scenario, but it's also the best case scenario in the sense that, okay, what's the worst case scenario? I go back and watch Netflix. What's the worst case scenario? I just lie around and relax for the next 3 days. That's the worst case scenario for me if I don't get the particular job. So I think the worst case scenario is really, so either bad na or what na is really an alternative, isn't it? It's creating an alternative. What if I don't get this job? What is the alternative for me?
Okay. Nice.
I don't know. Is there other maybe people in the audience who like to share your point of view about what na?
Anyone? I think what na is exactly opposite to bad na. And what you are sharing is correct. So talking about the negotiation. So as a leader and as a young leader, they want to improve themselves. So leadership is how we lead people, influence people, and guiding them. So is it does negotiation skill play important role on the leading in the leadership? And how can we what you are sharing, which is nice, but as a young people, how can we know that we daily improve our negotiation skill?
How can we improve our negotiation skill?
Yeah, daily.
Mm. Okay, good. How much time do we have left? This workshop is until what time?
Until 6.
Wow, dài thế à?
So actually, like I can ask you for 15 minutes, and then the audience can ask you for more, and then after they done, yeah,
Alright.
you can go. Don't worry.
Good.
I'll
Thanks,
set you
thanks.
free. Yeah.
No problem. I just want to make sure that we have enough time to cover.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, Kai has some input. Watna is accepting the offer without having any better alternative. Mm. Mm. Okay, got it. It makes sense. It makes sense. That means, for example, I got company XYZ. I'm really looking for ABC,
Yeah.
but in the end, ABC don't offer me. So XYZ becomes my Watna.
Okay.
Yeah, cool, got it. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Today we learned something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of course.
coming back to the question that Tang has just shared. Um, okay, I think in leadership there's two types of negotiation. Yeah, one type of negotiation is, let's use black color. Leadership is serious.
Yeah, because you are the one with leader who create leaders, so I need to.
Yeah, yeah. So there's two types of negotiation in leadership. One type is called follow me negotiation, or follow me leadership. That means I try to sell you and inspire you, right? I try to sell you the idea, right, about the company, for example, about why we are doing our purpose, our vision, our mission, right? And I say, guys, no, this is what we are doing. This is where we are going, right? I sell you the idea and say, follow me, guys. And hopefully people are inspired enough to follow the leader. That's called follow me, leadership on negotiation, right?
Okay.
And then the other way of the leadership, which I realize and which I think is also equally important, is what we call follow you leadership negotiation. So in follow me leadership, I sell you my idea. In follow you leadership, I want you to sell me your idea because I want to follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning of our leadership career, usually we started off with trying to impress people, trying to
Yeah.
sell people, right? And want
Correct.
people to follow us.
Yeah.
Right. And as we grow older, as old as Tang now, what we are trying to do in the negotiation is we want to listen more to people.
Yeah.
We want to ask more questions. We want people to sell their idea to us. We want to be impressed by others. Right? So from trying to impress others to want others to impress us so that we can start to follow them. That's a great idea. Okay, I want to follow you. Right? And that these two parts of leadership is all about, communication, is about negotiation, to see who is stronger to influence who, and also who is more open to follow who. Wow, cái này hay ha, ghi lại. Yeah. See who is strong enough to influence who, and who is open enough to follow who. A strong influencer, right, also needs to ask the question, how strong am I as an influencer? And at the same time, how open am I to be influenced by others? because it's two sides of the same coin. Right? It's two sides of the same coin. As much as you want to influence people, the other side of the party has to be open to be influenced by you. If everyone wants to sell our idea, no one buy the idea.
Yeah.
Then no one follow. Right? So follow me, the same side of the same coin. Follow me is actually follow you. So if you want to be a good negotiator, you cannot just be a good follow me negotiator. You have to be a good follow you negotiator. To be open enough to to allow new ideas to come in, new alternatives to come in, new possibilities to come in.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's my take on negotiating in leadership. And of course, when we zoom in down to follow me leadership or follow you leadership, there's a lot of other intricacies to be taken note of. Like for example, when people say in follow me leadership, when I want to sell you my idea,
Yeah.
usually the key thing about follow me leadership is about right is a lot of times is about pain point. Right? What is the pain point of the other party that you're trying to address? Right? That you can sell the idea to the person. Because human beings have two motivators, right? We are motivated by pleasure. So pleasure is a pull factor, right? You're pulled naturally towards pleasure. And the other factor that is a great motivator is the pain. Yeah. When we see the pain, we are pushed away. Yeah, we are being pushed because the pain is too painful.
Yeah.
And in follow me leadership, right? I think that the balance between the pain and the gain, the pain and the pleasure is always playing together in follow me leadership. What is the pleasure of you buying my product? The benefits of you, buying this product from me, making this deal with me. What is the pleasure? What are the benefits? Right? And a lot of people stop at that. A lot of people stop there. Hey, if you buy from me, if you buy the products from our company, this is what you will get. Ta 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 ta. And they keep selling the benefits and the benefits.
Yeah.
Right? That is good, but not good enough.
Yeah.
The other point is like boxing. You keep boxing with your right hand. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Benefit, benefit, benefit. But you forget to use your left hand also. And what is the left hand? The left hand is the pain point, which is what if you don't buy from us? What are the possible loss of opportunities? The
Yeah.
possible loss of time, right? The possible loss of resources if you don't buy from us, right? So it's like an Olympic swimmer swimming in the Olympic competition, right? Maybe the Olympic swimmer is inspired that if I swim to become the first person, I get the Olympic gold medal. That's the pleasure, right? But if you put a shark behind the Olympic gold medal, I guarantee you the Olympic gold medal will swim faster
Of
because
course.
because the pain is very, very real. Right? So actually between pain and pleasure, unfortunately for human beings, pain is a stronger motivator. Right? So pain point, pleasure point. Yeah. So we have to be very sensitive as well, because when you use the pain point in 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 not an elegant way, it becomes like zwa. It becomes like blackmailing. Yeah, if you don't buy from me, you will have this, you will have that. No, 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 no. We try to be very elegant to it, and we try to be as truthful as we can, as sincere as we can. Right? When we highlight the pleasure point, and as well as the pain point, because we are sincere, we care for the customer. We want them to be aware of what are the benefits as well as what are the pain points. Yeah, because we are serving both, two punches, right hand and left hand. Then that is the way to really go for a strong follow me leadership, so that people can follow me, right? Buy my product, buy my idea, buy my services. So a balance between pain point and pleasure point is important. And from my experience, a lot of negotiators, we focus a lot on the pleasure point,
Yeah.
but we forget to also highlight the pain point.
For your information, one industry that they use the pain point quite well, which is insurance. They show you the scenario that is uncertain, nothing so sure, some of the accident may happen, and then
Yeah.
you have to buy some guarantee. You
Mm.
buy hope, and that's the pain point that they are attack you.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm coaching one of the CEO of an insurance company, right? And in our last coaching session just last week, he shared with me something. He said, Warren, you know what? For the last 3 months, business is so crazy. Year on year, compared to last year, for the last 3 months, their insurance sales increased by 30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Correct.
what? COVID-19, everyone is like, business decreased, but how come insurance increased by 30%?
Yeah.
Because
Correct.
now the pain point is highlighted, is amplified.
Yeah.
People are more scared, it's become more uncertain about their future,
Yeah.
right? About their health and things like that. So it is really a very, clear example of, how pain point helps to motivate people. Now, having said that, it is important to also understand that we want to achieve a win-win situation. We always want to speak the truth and be sincere. So you know, use it with care. Use it with care. Use it with
Yeah.
sincerity and with honesty. Because do it because of your intention. Because you really care for the customer.
Yeah.
Not in a threatening way. Okay.
And one of the most powerful things you can do in negotiation is to draw out why other party want to make a deal. You can do this by asking questions and building negotiating goods. So asking questions about their competition and why they want to work with you. What's in it for them? So build a negotiation counterback more motivation. And with that, when you have the motivation between both sides, the rapport will still is stronger. And when you have the rapport, it's easy for you to get the deal without negotiating a lot. And that is something that I myself experienced, and I just want to add that.
Oh, that's a super great point, Tang.
Yeah.
I'll just add it here because
Yeah.
that deserves to be number 2.
Thank you.
Rapport.
Yeah.
Rapport to me, right, is really like what you say is really important in negotiation. So what is rapport?
You want me to answer or you ask the audience?
Okay, I'm actually answering myself.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Building rapport is actually building a common point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can ask the audience. Yeah, let's have more interaction. How do you think you can build a rapport in a negotiation? Who would like to answer? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
How do you think you can build a rapport? Kai says means building a good relationship, build trust. Yeah. So the question is, how can you build a good relationship and build trust in a negotiation?
Right. Wow, we have multiple user typing. Right.
Woohoo! All right, Jane, be honest. Yes, that's one of the ways. Yeah. When you're honest, let's put it this way: people are not stupid, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So honesty is the best way to eliminate, suspicion
Yeah.
or gossips and things like that. Honesty. Kai, you should be seen as trustworthy person, reliable ones. So building up a strong reputation is important. Yeah. To be seen as trustworthy and reliable ones. Okay, good. What else? What else can you do to build up a strong rapport in a negotiation?
Communication to look for other corners.
Questioning. Beautiful. Then that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Questioning. Yeah. Not just selling your ideas. So actually we are also coming into the second part of follow you leadership, which is communicating.
Yeah.
Right? Because we say these are two sides of the same coin. Looking
Yeah.
for their corners, asking what is it that you really want from this deal? What is it that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your personal background, reputation, integrity, right? Kevin, it's better to build before negotiation, but in some cases, like people meet new people, small talk may work.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Offering legitimate and win-win option, showing how multifaceted you are.
Show how multifaceted you are. So that means showing you have different different possibilities, that you are open-minded. Actually, multifaceted means open-minded. Dorian, sharing the same values. Yeah, I think sharing the same values is especially important, because sometimes on the outside we may be positioning, you want higher price, I want lower price, right? And sometimes if both parties know that we share the same value for the same purpose, that's where we become more accommodating. That's where we become, we know that we have two different positions, but we fight for the same cause.
Yeah.
We have the same values. That's actually one of the key area why businesses can be successful, sharing the same values. Right, Kai? Show care to the party, listen to them, find a common ground. That's great. All right. Well, that's report from Mr. Tang and all of you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Yeah. Then for some situation, people don't know what they need. We can possibly give them assumed assumptions. That's very deep, Dana.
But I think from Dana case, I think we can ask good question and actively listening with empathy. And then when we found out what actually they want and what is the motivation behind, then we can build on the strong foundation that we have, and then both sides can happy when they work with the deal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? Tang has given us point number 3, which is very related to point number 2. And I think this is a very important point in negotiation. Empathy. Right? And in English and Vietnamese, there's a very similar word that is similar to empathy, but it's not empathy. What is that word?
What is it? Sympathy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Vietnamese we have sự đồng cảm versus sự thông cảm. Right? In English we have empathy versus sympathy. They are same but different, right?
Correct.
And I think in that leadership, as we negotiate with people, as we communicate with people, either follow me or follow you, you need to have empathy, right? Of course, there's sometimes we have sympathy, but I think empathy is more powerful.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Let's hear from the crowd. Anyone? What's the difference between empathy and sympathy?
All right. The group is typing.
The group is active.
Yeah. Hey guys, typing more or you want
Go.
to talk? Just
Yeah,
unmute
you can.
yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cố lên, cố lên.
It's like we are watching a football match.
Yeah. All right. Hoa, empathy is when you put yourself in other shoes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. That's empathy. And find solution together with them. Kai, right? Hoa, you actually create scenarios that happen to others and imagine you are in it. Yeah. Put yourself in their shoes, right? Empathy is willing to understand people. Tam is sharing. Minyat. Sympathy is a shared feeling, usually of sorrow, pity, or compassion for another person. You show concern for another person and you feel sympathy for them.
Mm. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm getting more and more confused. Just kidding. That's great. That's great sharing. Empathy is stronger than sympathy. It's the ability to put yourself in the place of another. All right, understand someone's feelings by identifying with them. Okay, very good.
Wow. It's nice that we know what people are thinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great.
Sympathy is willing to be that people.
Mm.
Wow, Tang, you have a very deep audience. I'm so happy.
Yeah, of course.
So suck, so suck. Kevin, empathy is when you understand why do what they did or why they feel that way. Sympathy is the feeling that the same feeling with that people. Okay.
I am wondering that what happened
Mm.
if I run the meditation for this group.
Okay, that'll be 3 days, 3 nights.
No, like until now, the group that meditated with me, there are already 44 days. Every morning, every single day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Something that's really challenging for me. I can't even keep my promise to you.
You know what? I get used to it. Don't worry.
Ouch. 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 Okay, we got the Kai. I don't think sympathy is you're willing to be that people. Okay, hang on. Lin Huang. You only can sympathy when you have experienced other situation. But for empathy, you don't need to have the same experience with them. It's about how you try to understand and feel and connect with them.
Better.
Okay,
But Lin,
fair.
sympathize, not sympathy, because it's a verb. Sympathy is a noun and sympathize is a verb. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Tang, your English has improved.
Okay.
Okay,
I
good.
get it.
So I think there's a lot of opinions now. Again, Tian Min, sympathy is stronger. Sympathy is the feel for everything. Yeah, Lin, and I want to be in the same boat and same shoes. Okay, so to summarize, yeah, thank you for all your sharing. Kim An is sympathy, thấu cảm in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Empathy, understand their feelings. You might disagree with what they do, still try to understand they do and how they feel. Sympathy, share their feelings with them. Đồng cảm. Yeah. So in short, right, I can put it this way. Sympathy is I feel for you. Sympathy.
Yeah.
Thông cảm. That means you are here and I'm here. I feel for you.
Yeah.
And empathy, đồng cảm. That means there's a đồng hành inside. So I feel, we feel. Now we are same together on the same level. I feel with you, right? So in a certain way, when we say sympathy, 同感, there is a sense of judgment because you are here and I'm here. For example, I feel sorry for you because
Misfortune.
a misfortune. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
And when you are empathy, right? I am with you. If you are feeling hurt, I'm hurting with you. If you are feeling sorrow, I'm feeling sorrow with you. We are feeling angry, I'm feeling angry with you. So it's a slight difference, and yet there is a difference. And because in leadership we talk about it's like a partnership, right? It's going together. So that is why I think in leadership negotiation or conversation, in some ways, empathy is actually more powerful for your team members and for the team leader. And I just like to share a little bit on some of my findings about empathy recently. It's a very interesting finding that I just discovered. Okay, so this is not what you think it is.
You know what we are thinking?
I know. Me.
Okay.
Others.
Okay.
So, when we talk about empathy, like just now what we have some sharing, is about putting myself in other people's shoes, right? In other people's situation, to imagine what if I am in that situation? What if I'm in that person's shoes? How will I feel? Right? How will I react? And recently I realized that actually empathy is a two-directional experience. So for example, when you look at the other person and you start to judge at the other person, why is that person so lazy? Why is that person so filled with so much hatred? Why is that person so anxious? Why is that person so stupid? Right? And if we can at that moment see a piece of that person also exists inside us. Wow, that at that moment we will stop all our judgments. Because you know what? Human emotions are universal. It's universal. Everyone have all these emotions. Our dark side, our bright side, our blind side. We all have this. And the only reason why somebody cannot put a piece of others inside ourselves is only because we don't know ourselves well enough yet. Yeah.
Well said.
And when you can put a piece of others inside yourself, that is the moment whereby the rapport, the common ground is built.
Yeah.
What am I to judge you when I have the same issues, when I have the same challenges?
Yeah.
And when that common ground is established, that's where magic can happen in the negotiation.
Yeah.
Because I stop judging who you are. Right? We share the same issues, we share the same fears, we share the same challenges, and like what Dorian said, we share the same values. And that is a space whereby the extra curve,
Yeah.
the integrative negotiation happens, whereby people start to get creative. Because we at that point in time, we let go of our ego. We let go of our ego.
So, for your information, what Warren is just sharing is very clear, but it's really, 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 really hard to do it.
Yeah.
Because if we are well aware of ourselves, this world gonna be a peaceful and healthy environment already. And because we don't really understand ourselves, we're looking for we go outside and we talk to other people. we feel jealous, we feel angry with them, we feel that they are different from us, but deep inside, because we don't understand ourselves. And understand ourselves is something that we as a human have to do it ourselves. And it's a manual work that we should do it. And the journey to understand ourselves, it takes months or years to do it. If you don't understand yourself now, it's okay, it's fine. So don't panic and freaking out that, hey, I feel that I didn't know myself yet. So don't worry. Just on the way, you're gonna find out. Okay, I'll let your part on.
Yeah, that's a great sharing. And in fact, discovering about ourselves, if I can add on, I think it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey, right?
Yeah.
So Socrates have a saying, right? At the end of the day, life can be summarized into 2 words: know yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that is why we are always evolving as a human being, no matter how young or how old we are, right? We are always discovering something new about ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
On that,
yeah.
Carry on, Tan.
No, I thought that you finished and then I asked the audience to ask you. No. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking the audience.
All right. So, hey guys, if you have any question for Warren, please share it by your voice or by typing here, because we will not have a lot of time. So I will give the stage for you.
Yeah. Either questions or comments.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yes, correct. Look at the picture that you draw is like a yin yang.
Exactly. All right. We have Hua first, yeah?
Yeah.
How can we balance between feelings for others and having our target point obtained? Mm.
Wow.
Good question.
Nice.
Good question. Right. Okay, this question I will let Mr. Tang answer.
Okay, it's fine if you want me to. So
Yeah, try.
yeah, in my opinion, if you come to negotiate with someone, and you know that what you bring on the table is valuable, and what you're trying to do is just to get the best from yourself and the best from other people. So that kind of feelings you already balance, and which is good anyway. And for the target point, so if we talking about the target point that we're gonna achieve or not, so it depends on how you're gonna negotiate it, and and who you're gonna negotiate with, because it's more on like if you are on the side of humbling and you're talking with a guy that is very aggressive, even though you want to bring value on the table, I don't think that you're gonna achieve the target that you want. And if you are lucky enough, you find someone that share the same value, and the target that you're trying to achieve kind of similar to them. So at that time, you guys are gonna find a way where you can get what you want. So my answer is more on you. If you know that from yourself, you bring value to people and you put it there, so it's already balanced between yourself and other already. So you don't need to worry about that. The next part is how you can achieve what you want. Yeah. How about you, An?
Great sharing, Tang. So, Tang, you are saying that we focus on creating the value, right?
Yeah.
Creating the value for both parties.
Yeah.
Okay? Um, um, if I were to add on, I think is one of the rules in negotiation is always leave something on the table.
Something can be positive and negative. Which
For the
partner do you want to leave on the table?
For the other partner, something positive.
So you should be clear on that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Something positive on the table for the other partner.
Yeah.
Right. That means if you are the person that always take away all the benefits on the table, that means you are the person that always win and you win everything. Right? If that is your target, so be it. But bear in mind that target point is not sustainable. Right? Because you take everything, you win everything. Right? You leave nothing behind on the table for the other party to enjoy. Yeah, and it's not sustainable. The next time they see you, they run away. So that depends. This question is a great question, and that depends on how do you define what is your target point. Right. So here we have a assumption that if we care about other people's feelings, we cannot achieve our target point. If we really want to achieve our target points, we cannot care about other people's feelings. Right? But if your target point is, I want to achieve a win-win, I want to reach the zone of integration. My target is to achieve the zone of integration whereby I get something from the table and I leave something for my partner to get something on the table as well. When that is achieved, you reach your target point, and yet at the same time you care for their feelings.
Yeah.
Because that target is a target whereby you want sustainability, you want a long-term relationship with the partner. So they don't have to be contradicting each other, they can be complementing each other.
Yeah.
Together. Yeah. So that's my take to add on to Hua. Yeah. Okay. So Joey mad quá. So many questions. Next question. We have so after Hua we have Min Yat.
Yeah.
So Thang, you want to read the question?
Yeah. So as you said about the journey to discover and understand ourselves, did you mean that the deeper we understand ourselves, the better our negotiation and influence skill? What do you think, Mr. Warren?
Wow. Có hổ luôn ha.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not what I'm thinking, but I'm interested to listen to Min Yat. Huh? Let's listen to Min Yat. What do you think first, Min Yat?
Yeah.
Min Yat, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I unmute him already. Okay, Nhật, so you can talk now. Yeah, you can talk now, Nhật.
Hi Warren. Hi Mr. Thang.
Yeah.
So as Mr. Thang has said about the journey to discover ourselves and how to rise self-awareness. So for example, if we talk about meditation skill, I think if we practice to understand ourselves by meditating, we can develop something like emotional intelligence. So I think other skill like negotiation and also influencing skill is they are all based on how we understand ourselves first. So I think the more we can understand ourselves, the better the skill are. So I think it's how to say it. Sorry, it's so noisy. So I just think that we can develop our self-awareness by meditating, and our skill will be better, will improve.
Okay, thank you, Nhật, a lot. Just to clarify a bit, you practice meditation doesn't mean that you understand yourself. Just to be clear about that, because meditation is a way that we practice our focus. And on the way to practice focus, we practice to listen to ourselves. And while listen to ourselves, we feel ourselves and we hear ourselves, then we can understand ourselves. So there's a lot of people trying to practice meditation, but the way that they practice and they didn't understand, and they didn't understand the philosophy behind that. So sometimes it leads to the misunderstanding. So you understand yourself first is great, but in order to get the better negotiation, you should know that what kind of value that you bring on the table, and that value is a positive or not. Because if the thing that you bring on the table and that thing is valuable to you, you think so, but your partner, they think no. So how can you get the better negotiation deal, right? So just to clarify with that. How about you, Warren?
I absolutely agree with Nyat and Tang's observations. Yeah, yeah. I think is this thing about self-awareness, is almost like, because we are inside ourselves, we can never see ourselves clearly. There's always a blind spots inside ourselves, because we are inside ourselves, right? So the only way we can see ourselves more clearly is through a mirror, right? And that is through reflection. It is through communication, through coaching, that we can find out a little bit more about ourselves and about who we are. And because as a human being, we are always changing and we are always evolving, we are always transforming. So there's always new things we discover about ourselves. So one of my favorite questions recently is, during this COVID-19 lockdown, what is something new you discover about yourself?
For your information, in the next few days, Lead the Chain gonna launch some writing competition. And if you write something that you learn from the COVID-19, the prize is gonna be great.
Exactly. Great. I would like to move on to the next question. I think
I'm gonna read it for you. Kim Anh now, do you have any suggestion or advice for us to value ourselves effectively? Any framework or model helps?
Okay. Great question. I think this question was also in the beginning, right? We have a similar question.
She did not forget.
Kim, thank you for the reminder and chaser. A good chaser. I think to me, there's not really much of a framework, but there is 5 words that really has reminded me a lot and has been very helpful for me, either when negotiating with myself, talking to myself, or with other people. And that is it's actually a quote from John C. Maxwell. See value to add value.
Right.
What do you mean by see value? Seeing value is when you see a team member, for example, when you see a negotiating partner, for example, only when you see value in the team member, that means what is good about them? What is it that you appreciate about them? Only when you appreciate them, then you can start to add value to them. Right. So sometimes in leadership coaching, I have some leaders that tell me, "Hey Warren, you know what? Recently my team members, they are so lazy. Yeah, this and that. Can you create a workshop to kick them out of their comfort zone so that they can become more proactive and things like that?" And my answer to that is always no, you cannot. Yeah, and my answer, why are they lazy? Why did you employ them in the first place? Right? And why have they become lazy? So before we point finger at others, always point finger at ourselves. And at the same time, what value do you see in them? Because only when you start to see the value in them, when you appreciate who they are, because in this world there's no lazy people, right? People are just not motivated, that's all. And it goes back to the leadership, right? So what value do you see in them? And once you can see the value in them, that's where you can start to add value to them. You can start to add value to them. So same for a situation. A lot of people complain about COVID-19, about this and about that, destroy my business, and I can't do this and I can't do that. I have to stay at home, I lost my freedom, things like that. Yeah. But and if you see no value in the situation, you can never add value to the situation. If you start to see that, okay, in this situation, what value can I get out of this situation? What lessons can I learn? What kind of characters can I grow from this situation, right? Or from this deal? This is a bad deal, right? It's a lot of problem, a lot of crisis and things like that. But if you can see a value in this deal, that's when you can start to add value to this deal, right? And you can apply that to yourself. What value do you see in yourself? If you don't even see value in yourself, if you don't even love yourself, if you don't even care for yourself, how can you add value to yourself? Right? Looking at the mirror and appreciate who you truly are. What are your strengths? What kind of value you have added to people? What are you proud of about yourself? Who are the people that you have helped? Right? What are the changes that you have made to support the team? And when you're truly able to see value in yourself, that's where you can start to grow yourself and add value to yourself. So maybe I'll just like to draw another graph.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm getting better at it. So for example, this is the average. This is the average human performance, right? And in clinical psychology, for example, if a student, or very slow, think very slow, act very slowly, things like that, the clinical psychologists will always say, okay, we need to do something to bring this student back to normal, back to the average. Or if a student is hyperactive, attention deficit, always run around, always talk too much, yeah, then the psychology will say, now I need to drug you. I need to give you some drugs so that I can calm you down and bring you back to normal, right? So in human history, human mankind, we always look for what is wrong about you. And we want to correct what is wrong about you to bring you back to what we call normal. If you're too slow, we bring you back to average. If you're too fast, too active, we bring you back to normal. What is wrong about you? We make it normalized. 平等化. So in positive psychology, right, how you look at yourself is about, it's not about what is wrong about me, it's about what is right about me. What is right about me? Because as we grow up, right, we have been taught to think about what is wrong about me, because we are so afraid of people looking at us, people judging us, right? And the worst thing is not about how people judge us. The worst thing is how we judge ourselves.
Yep.
That's the biggest poison, right? And to overcome that it is thinking about what is right about me, and use that what is right about you, the value inside you, you amplify it, you highlight it, right? And that's how you can boost your self-confidence, your self-esteem, which is super important in negotiation. A very funny example. There was one time I was eating kem tam with my client.
Yeah.
Right? I was in Công Thắng, and I love to eat Công Thắng with the ớt sắc, the chili, the fresh chili. So I took some fresh chili, and I took a bite at the fresh chili. I was eating the Công Thắng. Wow, the chili is super hot. I don't know where the chili come from, but it was super hot, right? And I start to sweat, I start to tear, but I still pretend to be being normal, right? And when the client see me eating the chili, the client made a comment, and the comment the client made is, "Wow, người Singapore ha, người Singapore thích ăn cay." Yeah, Singaporeans love spicy food, and immediately when I heard that comment, I don't know what happened to my hand. My hand automatically reached out to the chili and took one more bite. And I was surprised, I was shocked. And as I go back home, I was thinking, hey, what exactly happened just now? What happened? Why is it that when someone made a comment that I'm from Singapore, I love chili, automatically my performance improved? I can eat one more chili, right?
Yeah.
It is because that person has raised my self-image of who I truly am, a Singaporean, what I truly can do, how I look at myself. And automatically my performance increased according to my self-image. So that is why there's a saying, right? We can never outperform our own self-image. If your self-image is here, no matter how hard you try, this is where you limit yourself. Right? If in a negotiation, this is how much I think I'm worth. No matter how hard you try, this is how much you're worth. But we can never outperform our own self-image. Only when you increase your own self-image, that's where you increase your performance.
Right. So I think this is gonna be the last question because we have around 10 minutes left. This is interesting one. How an introvert can negotiate with a voice-over partner. Of course, in a certain discussion that needs to make a quick decision, seem like the introvert has to be the follow you leader in the similar scenarios. I can think of well repair is the only solution. No? Please line me up.
Wow, this is a long and interesting question. This is
introvert one. Introvert, like an introvert style question. Yeah. Well
Dana,
repair. Dana, yes.
Dana is offline already, is it? Is Dana still there?
I'm not sure. It's offline now.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is for the introvert. Because for those who can raise their voice, mostly is the extra one, so it's easy.
Yeah.
But for the introvert, how can they they influence and negotiate in a better position?
Okay.
Oh, Dana is online now.
Okay, good. Welcome back.
You want Dana to say something or not?
Yeah, maybe Dana can unmute herself and share more on her question.
I can do it for her. Okay.
Yeah.
Dana, you can talk now.
Dana, 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 Dana. Dana, Dana, Dana. Dana, is he there? Yeah, Dana is there. Dana, you can talk now. You're unmuted.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Or maybe she don't have a microphone.
I'm not sure. I think she don't have a microphone to share, but our time is ticking. So can you share it? Yeah.
Sure. My take on it is
Okay.
For me, I think there is value in being an extrovert, and there is value in being an introvert.
Yeah.
And especially, introverts are usually the deeper thinkers on a general sense, because why they are introvert is because they have a lot of things going on in their mind,
Yeah.
and they have their own space, to hold and to think.
Yeah.
Mm. So sometimes in a negotiation, introvert does have its advantage as well. Not just a loud voice, right? Introverts can use silence to kill people. Silence is
Correct.
actually one of the most powerful tools, right?
The most dangerous one, I think.
Yeah, because in that silence, your partner don't know what you're thinking. Whether you are angry or you are considering, it's almost like playing poker cards.
Yeah.
So use silence, and during the silence, I would say in a negotiation as well as in coaching, in a negotiation, when you look at your partner and you have that silence,
Yeah.
everyone is always awkward about silence, right?
Yeah.
So by using silence, you want to allow the other partner to make a move first. It's like playing chess, right? So I feel awkward, you feel awkward. Tôi ngại, em cũng ngại, right? So see who ngại first. Let you let you break the silence,
Okay.
because when you break the silence, you're going to give me more information. I can use the silence, and I can use that as my advantage to observe what is my next move.
Yeah.
Right. So that is one part about introvert, being able to use silence strategically.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And the second thing, what I feel is that being introvert doesn't mean that you are muted forever. Just like here, right? We can be an introvert, but it's not about. This is something that I want to distinguish again. Yeah, we have a few distinctions today, and this to me is a very very key distinction. Okay, I use rate. It's sometimes when we speak, it's not about show. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up. It's a key distinction when we speak up, when we share our thoughts. A lot of people hold back because they think that if I speak up, it seems like I am showing off. Like I show off about my, and that's why a lot of people use introvert as an excuse not to speak up. I'm an introvert. I don't like to show off. I just want to observe people and things like that. And especially in the negotiations, sometimes you have to let your voice be heard. It's
Yeah.
about to see and to be seen. It's about hearing others to be heard by people,
Yeah.
right? And it is not about showing off. It's about showing up who you are, having the inner confidence to say that this is who I am and this is what I'm looking for. And when your confidence is so strong that you can even let go of what you want, and you have the confidence to ask the other party, and by the way, I'm curious to find out what you want. What is it that you want from this deal? That takes a lot of confidence to show up as who you are, as a person that care not just for your own needs, but as a person that care for other people's needs. It takes a lot of inner confidence. So to that, I would say that first of all, use silence as a strategic tool. And second of all, really understand the difference between showing off and showing up. We are here to show up who we are, what we believe in.
Yeah. Right. Well,
Right.
thank you so much, and Warren, for sharing
Yeah.
your knowledge and experience. And I have to say that I really love the negotiation part and how we interact with each other. I really love it.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. If you are interested in our event, please follow Lead the Change page, and you're gonna receive more on it. I think in the next few events you're gonna experience a lot more. And besides that, you're gonna you can send us the feedback as well as what you want to listen, because as the organizer we want to share and we want to organize the event based on your needs, not what we observe and assume that what you need. Okay, my team gonna share some information to you on the public chat, and we have the share note here, which is we already take some of the keynote from Warren, so you can take it away and practice later. Remember this, listen to this one, it's just one step. Take it back to your place and try to practice it. Make it yourself. Try to steal what we share to become yours.
Exactly. That's a great sharing, Thắng. Yeah. It is not about what we share, it's what you take away from what we share that is important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thắng, can I have 1 minute of advertisement?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Guys, this is my new startup about Grow Arena. So for any one of you who would like to also, try out, start your own community, share with your friends, your schoolmates, do feel free to create your own community and share on, Grow Arena. This is the platform that you're using right now, right? And at the same time, do leave your comments and reviews after this session so that, you can inspire more people to share more. Because Grow Arena is really about, people like you and me sharing things that we know. Thank you so much.
Actually, for your information, it's free now, and it's easy for you to experience this. And for the one that organize a lot of event, I do recommend that you use this one to do the workshop, webinar with your friend, your partner. And yeah, if you need any support from Warren and his team, you can just email them. Warren is very energetic and willing to support anyone. So again, thank you and see you in our next event. See ya.
See you guys. Thank you, Thắng. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, An.
Thank you, Nian. Thank you, Lin. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Chúc mừng năm mới.
Okay.